So if reason isn't the bedrock of your spirituality, then you are not spiritual, at least not in the ancient sense of the word. You're superstitious, mystical perhaps, but not spiritual. The Spirit of God is one of love, power, and reason. To be born of God is to be reasonable, kind, loving, civil, moral, and excellent. Indeed, the word holiness is more synonymous with excellence than purity. It means to be separated by distinction, that is, to be distinguished. And nothing distinguishes men from other creatures on earth more than the faculty of reason, our ability to think and comprehend vividly. So I really wanted to stamp this because it was, according to John's gospel, the primary purpose or point of Jesus's ministry. He came to empower people to become children of God. And so if you're telling them to base their faith on an ancient closed book rather than everything that proceeds forth out of the mouth of God, the living mind of God, then you're not even in the ballpark or even in the arena of doing the work that Christ started. Most evangelical churches aren't empowering people to be children of God, to be partakers of the divine nature, and that they are not teaching critical thinking. If you go to YouTube right now, pull up any sermon from any evangelical, charismatic, or Pentecostal preacher, you will witness a speech that is laced with wishful thinking, hype, and emotionalism. They are apostles of wishful thinking. Their prophets and evangelists are mentalists and snake oil salesmen who invoke the spirit of hype and not the spirit of truth, which is why their prophecies are hit or miss. Their theology, much like their egos, are a house of cards and crumbles under the slightest scrutiny. And this is because their theology or their belief system is founded on superstition and fear rather than reason. The Spirit is saying to them, to these religious institutions, to these cults, repent of your wishful thinking. Wishful thinking is simply forming beliefs with a bias for what one desires to be true. The children of God are principled, inquisitive, objective, and discerning.